Well, a moment ago, I received a phone call from my competitor congratulating me on becoming the mayor-elect of the city of South Bend, Indiana. And I mentioned to Wayne Curry my appreciation for him and for Pat Farrell for a respectful and constructive campaign for mayor here in South Bend. As those of you who were here with me about a year ago may remember, I know what it is to get in an uphill, difficult race, and I have all the respect in the world for the passion that my competitors have for this city, and I know they'll continue to stay involved. I want to thank my outstanding staff, Mike Schmuel, Catherine Roos, Cordell Martin, Alan Fortune, put your hands up. Along with the whole team from this spring, some of whom are here with us tonight. You have set a new bar for how to do politics in this community. And long after my administration is a dusty memory, this community will be better off for your efforts as campaign staff. So thank you. We benefited from a terrific team of first-rate interns and an unbelievable army of volunteers too numerous to name. This is your night. This would not have happened without you, and I cannot thank you enough. Give yourselves a hand, please. I also want to acknowledge our current mayor, Steve Lickey, the longest-serving mayor of the city of South Bend. Every step I take closer to this job, I understand how complex, challenging, and often thankless it is, and I can't thank you enough for your dedication and passion for our hometown. Last but not least on the thank you list, my parents are here tonight, and I just want to thank you for teaching me that in this life, the worth of your time comes from what you can do for others. So thank you. And when I entered this race in January, not a lot of people believed that a young man with a funny name who'd never held office before could earn the confidence of a community at a turning point. But together, we have shown that South Bend can transcend old barriers, move beyond old habits, and take a chance on a new way forward. Even as our nation's capital is embarrassingly mired in polarized politics, we've shown here in our own city that a broad coalition made up of different ages and neighborhoods and races, different creeds, even different parties can stand together for a fresh start for our hometown. But tonight is only the beginning. The sun comes up tomorrow on a different kind of campaign. See, we're active people, and everyone in this room knows about what it takes to do a campaign for a candidate. We know what it is to put up yard signs. We know what it is to knock on doors for a candidate. But now we have to turn our attention to a new kind of campaign. Not a campaign for a politician, a campaign for our city. A campaign to make our city stronger and better and safer and cleaner. And it's going to take every one of us putting in every bit of energy that we put into the campaign to get me to this point, to get all of us to the point that our city needs to go. And it's going to take every single one of us. So we all have a little bit of well-earned rest, maybe tomorrow morning, maybe even the afternoon off. But right after that, we're going to need each other more than ever to get this job done. From day one, the fundamental vision of this campaign has been a fresh start to tackle our city's toughest challenges. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to gather the leadership of this community to deliver a new economic direction, building on our greatest strengths, true to our tradition, but looking for new sources of wealth and income and prosperity. We're going to apply new tools to confront our crisis in vacant and abandoned housing. We're going to forge new alliances to ensure that our city is a powerful ally to the school system. We're going to find every way possible to stand up against violence and crime. And we're going to create a new culture of customer service so that our city services can be as efficient, as transparent, and as cost-effective as possible. We're going to think bigger about South Bend's borders. We're going to find new ways to find partnerships, not just across the region, but around the world, so that South Bend is truly a global city. We have a long history of triumph and challenge in this town. And we know that the way forward will never be easy. It'll never be obvious. We know the pride of a great tradition, and we also know the strain of abrupt and difficult change. But while we don't know exactly what the future will bring, we know what it takes to get there. We know that our survival depends on new thinking, and that's what tonight is about. We're going to lay aside old habits and old divisions. We're going to transcend old rivalries, and we're going to abandon old prejudices. The only way we can recover and surpass what our old prosperity was is with new energy, new options, and new alliances. We must take new risks and create new opportunities. We must, we can, we will, and it all starts tonight, and it all starts with you. So let's draw strength from the knowledge of what we once were. Let's draw urgency from the recognition of what we're up against. And let's draw inspiration from our faith in one another and in what we can and will become. And let's get there, all of us, working together. Now, in the campaign, I talked a lot about hitting the reset button on the relationship with the council. And so it's now my pleasure and my privilege to introduce to you